Okay, so now I'm going to try to sort of combine this song with the story pieces that I've selected here. So I'm just going to copy them, select and copy. These are the story pieces that I've kind of picked out and already cleaned up. Go over to the song, and I'm just going to drop this on the end for now, so I'm just going to paste them in there. So what I have now here is these are the story pieces and this is the song. So it looks like it's going to work out to be somewhere around the same length of time. I am going to move the visuals for my song up and move the visuals, actually I'll move the audio down as well. And now I'll just move all of these pieces in. Okay. So there you have it. Now what I want to do, we'll go full screen on this. So what I want to do is go through the audio. Obviously I'm going to have to take the audio down, particularly when she's speaking here. And I want to finesse these pieces together to use the highlights of the song to sort of go with the dialogue. So I'm not going to hear a whole lot of the song. See, I got some on the end here. Maybe we'll cut that like this for now. And we'll have to make some decisions about where we want the first line to kind of come in. So now I've got this song is the B-roll backdrop, and I've got these dialogue pieces, and you can see they're grouped by quotes that I've selected out. So I kind of have to now sort of finesse the two here together. So this is going to be quite a challenge. Essentially, I'll probably be using a lot of pen tool to sort of bring things up and down depending on where my dialogue starts and stops. It's going to look a lot like this kind of thing. But this is all about the finesse and piecing these two pieces together. And we'll just show you what this looks like for the first one. Okay, so let's just play through and see what we got here.
At first you're nervous. It's like anything else. Then you start.
Okay, one thing I have to say is I'm not a huge fan of seeing her sing here and hearing her dialogue come in. So I'm going to want to cover this with B-roll because my two tracks here that I have are either the tight or this one. And even then, this is still a tiny bit loud. So I'm even going to come in here. Now, I think when she cuts right here on this chorus is where I want this dialogue to actually come in. Let's just see.
At first you're nervous.
Yeah, that's not bad actually.
It's like anything else. Then you start kind of, you forget about the fact that you're performing and you're kind of listening to yourself with the audience.
That has to come down a little bit there. We'll just bring that down a tiny bit more.
So you're kind of out here somewhere. And now that I'm more comfortable, I feel like I'm back into myself.
And that's a good point. Now, back into myself. That might be a good part, right, to, again, I might choose to use different B-roll down the road, but this could be a good point to switch right from the wide to the tight. So I'm going to have to go in here and make decisions about maybe if let's just bring the opacity down on this one for now. So maybe at this point right here, I use my pen tool again and just make a, extend that extreme, make a cut, bring that up, and we'll slide that point down so that we can make a cut there, and you can just see what that's going to look like here. So when you have that kind of pen tool where it's almost straight up and down, it's going to be a really fast cut. So this is how I'm going to go through and edit the, and here, let's just see. Bring that. So I have that fade there, so I'll probably bring the song back up here and do some kind of title. Okay, so that's probably a good point there. Get off that easy to bring this next sort of group of quotes in. And, whoa, that's a bit... put that up here. And that up here. To there. And now, so now I can just kind of slide this one back. And I'll bring another fade down here. And I'm actually going to do the same thing with the one underneath it, because this will be where I have my headshot come in. So let's just see what that's going to look like now. Okay, so these need to be lined up, but indeed then we get to the headshot. So I would bring these back so that they're nice and clean and all at the exact same time. Essentially, I can just use my playhead to get everything to that one point. Let's see. So extend the timeline to get and do this really fine work here. And we'll bring that here and here. And there's other ways that you can work here as well, but you could just cut them. You could just cut the visual there as well. I don't cut it because I decide, you know, like maybe I'll just move this later.
Solo stuff.
Okay, and then of course that needs to come way down here. And we'll move this back a titch. And now what you get is
Playing solo stuff.
Okay, so it's not quite what I want, but we're getting there. So this is how I'm going to now begin to move this story track in and play it up with this song. So there's a lot of finesse work that's going to go into this.